Jungle. We have a set ready to go with Woodro. You guys, enjoy.
What's up, KXCI? I'm Woodro. Do some rap music tonight. Do some talking too. I'm excited. Look. I'm on my jurisdiction life, you know my power growing. I'd say I miss you cause I do, but I ain't down to show it. I'm living hectic, I can stress it, but I'm next to know it. I hope you hear me when I rap and think that I'm a poet. And I'm a poet with a weapon, so I'm sinning. Grandpa told me I would get it, wish he seen how I've been winning. I'm tripping something heavy, now I be the one to hit it. Trying to do it for the fam and get a Grammy when I'm finished, whoa. And now that I've been wishing for some better homies, they say they love me, but they don't. I'm never feeling lonely. I got myself and I ain't need nobody else to show me. I learned the ropes and learned I'm dope. Now shorty hope to know me, and that's a stretch. But since I'm rapping, no, it's probably true. My girl just rolled her eyes. I hope she listen, and she probably do. My homies don't, so if you listen and ain't talking you, my friends all turn they back, and now I lap them. Say they proud of who? Cause they ain't proud of me. You know I'm down to see how they be switching when I'm winning. Like the sound of these drums that I've been hitting, hear the battle coming after me. Babble in my verses, got a hearse that I will never see. Let it ride, never die. Cause I've been missing you, but who am I? Let it ride, never die. Cause I've been missing you, but who am I? Thanks, guys. That was awesome. Let's go to the next one. That joint's called Fake Ones, off my last tape, Yellow Room. Dropped that like 2 months ago. We're gonna break into summertime right now, do some rappity rapping. You remind me of summer, warm breeze in a cooler. Hallelujah that we made it to this place that we stand. Understand that any hand I place is played by a man. I waited days for you to say that, baby, I understand. More than a pessimist, I answered your requisites, manifested by lessons. I damaged all of your thinking, brought it back to depression. I'm destined for what I'm living, questioning every second. I'm less of a threat to get it, more of a threat to quit it. I thought we was moving perfect, now I'm laughing you off. Miss you crazy every day, now this a heinous result. Got my ducks back in a row and I've been living at fault. Can't acknowledge my mistakes, I lock myself in a vault. And I've been living for myself like you would tell me to do. I fell asleep, I'm waking up, and now I'm healthy for you. I know you hate me more than ever, cause I fell through the roof. But I will push dude out a window if you telling me to. And that's a lot for you to take, you think I'm fake, and I know I promised you the world, you know that I'd never show. And now I'm hurting in my chest and feeling 30 below. Froze myself into the night and never dream of a foe.
If it all falls down in the sunshine, then it all falls down in the rain. We can say that we only did it one time, but they say that we're never gonna change. And I grew so full that I can't fall flat. Saved my soul and became all that. But it's been too much for me. Yeah, it's been too much for me.
Work. Fade that one out, let's do the next one. That joint's called Summertime. It features this girl named Amy, super talented vocalist. Yeah, let's go into Cinemax. Let's do it.
Late night watching Cinemax. You try messing with me, on me, I can't get with that. There's levels to the game, I ain't never stepping back. You think I'm crazy? Well, I am. Just remember that.
We staying up late night watching
Cinemax. You try messing with me, on me, I can't get with that. There's levels to the game, I ain't never stepping back. You think I'm crazy? Well, I am. Just
Look.
remember that.
Got a lot of crazy pictures up inside my mental though. Never been a politician, need a continental though. Got a different wish, another pitch, you sentimental though. See, I can run it back, you need a map, too presidential though. Whoa, got the wisdom and compassion again. And when I'm trapped inside a box, you know I'm snapping again. I tend to laugh at all you rappers like, you rapping again? And y'all been hip to what I'm doing, now I'm cashing it in. Put my passion in my pencil, I'm seeing what's consequential. The consequences are constantly copied inside my mental. Got it popped at my central, I got a lock in the ventral. I contemplated the rental, no diamonds up in my dental. I'm killing any rapper that be talking to me. I thought about taking battles, now you walking to leave. I got the traction on my feet, you know I happen to weave out the way of any hate and dodge it like a disease. Whoa.
Staying up late night watching Cinemax.
You try messing with me, on me, I can't get with that.
There's levels to the game, I ain't never stepping back. You think I'm crazy? Well, I am.
Just remember that we staying up late night watching Cinemax. You try messing with me, homie, I can't get with that. There's levels to the game, I ain't never
stepping back. You think I'm crazy? Well, I am. Just remember that.
Got a lot of reasons I can stop, I don't quit. Gotta keep it moving, never stop the focus. Gotta make decisions, living like a grown kid. Gotta run a business, never stop the culprit. Blocking out the haters, y'all can never throw shade. See how I've been living, I've been missing 4 days. Got a lot of stress, I promise moms I'm okay. Yeah, feeling like a boss, feel like Ricky Rose. Yeah. Just fade in that next one. That's called Cinemax. We just did a video for that one, directed by the homie Brian McAdams. If we can get sad a little bit for a second. This track's called Life in Motion. Wrote this dedicated to my brother. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, it's pretty heavy. Probably the most heavy stuff I've ever written, so let's do it. Look, rapping started as a way that I was getting past you. Now I'm laughing when I see you. I should probably ask you how you doing, what you think, and how your life has been. I know you made it to a show, it made my night, and then I never saw you, but you text me, say I'm doing great. I should have told you that I miss you, and I hope you wait. I know our dad made some mistakes, but we should give him thanks. He needed space, and once he got it, rearranged his fate. I know your story, and I know how you would think about it. Remember sitting by the pool, and we would speak about it. You told me dad was doing drugs, I'm feeling weak about it. You chose to leave, and I was lost, began to shrink around it. I made some choices that I'm truthfully regretting now. You kept me down and faced me straight, I didn't get it now. I understand you made a choice to be successful though, so I'll support as best I can as I pretend to grow. I had to figure out the ropes, the honorary oldest. Our brother asked me where you live and if you'd ever known him. I tried to say you moved away, but as he's getting older, he wants to meet you, and I think we all could use the closure. That's a life in motion, and we be going through some things, no they never notice. Say we selfish when we choose to focus on our brains. It drive me crazy how the motion never moves the chains. I've spoke to you about a dozen times. Since I was 9, I haven't thought about another time. Remember Beastie Boys and writing songs that didn't rhyme? I played the drums, you had the mic, and now the mic is mine. That's kinda funny, guess my life has finally made a circle. From playing games to never speaking, no we never hurt you. We only miss you, and I wish I felt like I deserve you. I need to swerve ahead the curve and see I finally heard you. You told me never give it up, I know the passion there. I'm working extra hard and maybe we could hash it there. I'm trying to fix it with my brother, know the path is there. Just gotta take some baby steps and maybe face the stairs. And I'll explain how I've been living since you packed it up. My life has kinda been amazing off the raps and such. You got 2 sisters and they wish they knew you half as much. Your cousins say that they remember how we'd laugh a bunch. And in the end you made a choice and we be living with it. My life is different and I wish that you would finally get it. And dad's been clean for 7 years, he finally beat addiction. Now all he's missing is his son, a picturesque condition. I've been doing all I can to try and fill your place. For 7 days after the show, you should have seen his face. He showed some colors that I've rarely ever seen from him. His sheets were soaking from the tears, I hope you dream of him. That's a life in motion. We be going through some change, no they never notice. Say we selfish when we choose to focus on our brains. It drive me crazy how the motion never moves the chains. Cool, thanks. Oh yeah, thank you for my water, that's awesome. I was struggling. I'm super parched.
You're tuned in to 91.3 KXCI Tucson. My name is Sophie Gibson-Rush, and I am here live in Studio 2A with representatives of the Tucson Hip Hop Festival. That was Woodro that you just heard. Anyone else want to introduce themselves? Who do we have here?
My name is Pike Romero, co-director for the Tucson Hip Hop Festival.
Yeah.
And I'm Jocelyn, also co-director of the Tucson Hip Hop Festival.
ColdOne with the beats, the beat master.
Welcome, one and all.
Thank you.
So glad to have you. Well, just because we're fresh off it. Let's start with you, Woodro.
Yeah, let's do it.
That was pretty spectacular. I also
Thank you.
didn't get to tell you earlier, the album Yellow Room.
Yeah.
I listened to the whole thing today.
Wow.
It's so good.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
And I like am slapping myself because I didn't know that you had like a full length album.
Yeah.
And it's that good and
Thank
there's
you.
that much material on it.
Yeah, what? Thank you. Yeah, I spent a lot of time on that. That record went through like 4 different phases, and there's like 4 different Yellow Rooms. But that I take a lot of pride in that record. I really like that one.
It's an odyssey.
I did a lot of like things that I rapped about a lot of the stuff that I was always like scared to rap about, and that was something that I was like trying to do like right when I got into it. I was like break the boundaries that I've put around myself and rap about whatever I want to rap about. Like who cares? So like that track about my brother, like that was always something I was scared to touch on.
Yeah.
But I did it, and people love it, and I love it, and it was awesome.
Yeah. How do you feel when you perform it now?
I really haven't gotten to yet. The festival will be like the first time I've really gotten to do a lot of this material, and I'm delving into like more melancholy material in my set.
You're gonna cry on stage.
Probably. Yeah. I know my dad's gonna lose it when he hears that track. But I'm really excited to perform all this new stuff because a lot of it is written with like crowd participation in mind. So it's gonna be super dope.
Yeah, that's really risky. I love it. No, seriously, and risk always pays off.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, I was thinking as I was listening to it, you've opened for a lot of amazing rappers. Not only Warren G this year.
That was super cool.
Yeah,
that was
who
super
else?
awesome.
Who else?
I got to open up for Token. That was really cool. I got to open up for Michael Christmas like a long time ago. Pike put me on that show. That was super dope. And then we ended up doing a song together. That was cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's the thing off the top of my head.
I
but
mean,
Warren G was super cool.
Warren G is a big deal.
That was crazy.
And so I was thinking, so I work a lot of the hip hop shows at the Rialto. Oftentimes openers get between like 12 and 20 minutes, you know? And you have so much to say. How do you say your piece in 12 minutes and like make it stick?
A lot of it, like being an opener is like a skill in itself. So that's something that I've gotten like privileged to like perfect a lot. So it's really just like immediately like jumping into it and being pungent and being potent and just like saying what you have to say. And that's, I mean, people get it when you're like really, when they can tell you're into it.
Yeah.
And if you're just like sitting there like, oh, I'm here to rap, like, you know, then they're not feeling it. But especially when I'm opening, like you want to get the crowd like even more into it. So I like try to get super locked in, and it's just like, are you ready for Warren G? Like, let's do it. It's so exciting.
Yeah. So passion first.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then they can figure out how the depth that you bring to things.
It's immediate. Like they get drawn immediately when I'm just up there and I'm like ripping and I'm like super into it. Awesome. Yeah, I appreciate that. It was like falling down. But
we're doing a mic adjustment.
Yeah, we're doing a mic adjustment because I was having a hard time. Well, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, just like staying super locked in, like locking in with the crowd, like not forgetting that they're there, and just keeping them engaged.
Yeah. Other thing I'm super curious about, let's go back in time to when you were a wee one. And I did read all of your Facebook stuff. What do I have? Let's see.
How far back on that Facebook did you go? That's tough.
Not too far on the timeline because that makes me nervous.
There's like when I used to have this old SoundCloud of stuff.
Oh yeah.
Before the Woodro days, and stuff. I'm trying my best to get that stuff off of the internet.
Link me, bro.
Not a chance. Not a chance.
Oh no! Now you teased it. There's gonna be so much traffic on that stuff. All right, so we have beatboxing at 5.
Yeah.
And then you were writing like a serious writer at 9.
Yeah.
And then you were like, not writing, rap at 10. I really want to know what you were writing when you were 9. And then what made you change to this whole hip hop world?
I've always my dad raised me on like rap and John Mayer, like almost exclusively. And then my mom was like 90s grunge and then like mid 2000s alt rock, right? So I was always like, and those are all like really lyrical facets of like music. So it started with poetry because my mom, I know I just said it was 90s grunge, but she listened to a lot of The Doors. So it was a lot of like Jim Morrison influence, and that was where I wanted to start writing poems. I wrote a lot of like short stories, and I would sit at my dad's office and like print out the pictures from Google Images and then like write stories about all the pictures. And then when I was in a rap group in like 6th grade called MM with my buddy Anthony from a long time ago. and he was just like, dude, like, why don't you rap? Like, and then I would take Eminem verses and I would like change like every 6 words and call them mine. But in that process, like, it helped a lot with like flows and like rhyme schemes and stuff. So my first like real rap was definitely when I was 11, and that was when I like really like figured out like how rhyme schemes work and how middle rhymes work and all that stuff.
How do they work?
Well, like a middle rhyme will be like in the middle of the bar. I like to do them for like 6 lines in a row. So like the middle word in each bar will rhyme, and then just like rhyme schemes in terms of like A B A B, A, all that stuff. I like to kind of bounce all over the place with all of them and just see what I can do with like these poetic devices and experiment with them.
Yeah, and that's like a labyrinth of poetic devices. You just like took me back to my minor in college, just like learning about tetrameter and stuff.
I got to my bassist English teacher in like 6th grade. He still comes to my shows. He's super cool, but he was like super like it was super poetry intensive. So he was encouraging me to write raps a lot back then, and we would like email back and forth, and I would like send him verses, and then he'd be like, oh, this is crazy, like fix this and this and this and this. And then he came to a show like a while back, and he was like super proud and cried, and it was awesome.
Cool. I should just point out on the DL that Woodro is 17.
Yeah, I'm 17. I'm for 3 more months. Then I lose this minor novelty. That goes away. I get to be an adult. So.
Cool.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. It's over. It's over. It's the only reason I get any recognition.
So funny.
So let's open this up. So Woodro is one of how many performers at the... Yeah, I know. I was looking at it today, and I could not even organize my head around how many performers
I can't
there are.
believe it either.
Yeah.
Well, and that's as far as rappers, we have close to 60. And then on top of that, we have graffiti artists, DJs, producers, panelists. So, in total, we're looking at like 150. Yeah. In that range. So there's a good range. It's a lot.
That's really spectacular.
But I mean, that just kind of represents the community, like what is going on here. Like there's a lot of different artists, a lot of diversity. So we had over 350 submissions. Pretty much all local. We had some from out of town as well.
How did that work, the submission process?
Oh, it's extensive.
Yeah.
We have ambassadors with our crew, with a group of people. So pretty much one person or 2 people are like focused on a specific genre or element, I should say, of hip hop. So Jocelyn and Jerron, aka Black One, did the selections for the rappers. And then we had Martina Dolly, who does the graffiti artists. We have Spencer Brummer, DJ Alias, who does the DJ portion. We have Nate Killahu Robot, who's in charge of the b-boy stuff, breakdancers, and Jed Baker, who is doing the producer stage. Did I miss anybody? Did I forget anybody?
In regards to elements, no.
Yeah. How about, before we get into the juicy stuff, how about the organization? So it starts on Friday.
Friday we have some panels, which Jocelyn, do you want to talk about those a little bit?
Yeah, well, on Friday, we've always wanted to incorporate like free, open to the public workshops, and we finally got to pull that together pretty quickly, actually, really for the ones on Friday. So we have some workshops going on in partnership with the Dunbar Center, which we felt really aligned with our mission and our brand and everything. So we're really happy to host them there. But we have 2 workshops / panel discussions going on each hour from 1 to 4. And that's on Friday.
And there's 2 tracks, right? One of them is...
More like artist-driven track, and the other side is more like creative.
Yeah, well, I ended up calling them like the platform track and the perspective track.
Yeah, which sounds so 21st century. I'm so into it.
Because I realized that 3 of them were like platform focused. So it was like Bandcamp, venues / stages, podcasts, and then the other one was more so like perspective focused. Like, how do you get media to pay attention to your art?
Yeah, how do you get booked?
What's it like for women in the graffiti world? what's the last one? The last perspective. Oh, then we have Flowers and Bullets. Talking about sustainability, art and rebellion. So
because that's important too.
Totally.
That's in there too.
Totally. It's hip-hop.
It's so broad and extraordinary, and it all is like pointed and essential somehow,
Yeah.
even though
For
it's
sure.
so wide. The Dunbar Center is the Center for African American Studies at the U of A, correct?
no,
I don't think so.
I think I wrote it down.
They might have a part in it, I'm sure.
Yeah, they
somehow.
do have a relation in working with each other, but it's more so like a historical building.
Right,
in
Dunbar
Tucson.
African American Cultural Center.
Yes.
Yeah, it used to be
They
a
have-
school.
They have the largest barber college in the Southwest. Like, the most graduates come from there.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. You can get a $5 haircut there.
Sweet.
Yeah. And really dope. Like, get a good fade.
Yeah.
Get a bunch of good stuff, so. Yeah.
Okay, we gotta hop back into music before it just
Oh,
spins
yeah.
into
So
the
much
multitude
stuff.
of
We get
stuff.
into fades.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, funny.
Haircuts.
Yeah. All right. You want to introduce what's coming next?
What is coming next?
We got next.
Oh, we got Yeah. That's another track off of Yellow Room. That's one of those crowd participation ones. Let's drop it. What's coming next? Yeah. Oh, that was good. That was good. Can't laugh too hard. I won't rap. I got it for fifth. Running from nothing, I hope I exist. They bluffing or something, becoming a gift. I've been levels above it, they loving my risk. Yeah. I've been a god. Becoming a ghost. I'm ducking my problems, allow me to tell you what I love the most. I'm living for me. I'm missing the piece. Discovered the difference between ballin' and ballin' as slim as it be. My brother the proof. I'm discussing the truth. My limits is different, I'm busy, you isn't, just get in the booth. Politics promising, that's what we do. Honestly, hot as the top of the roof. I've been a prophet that bosses approve. They've been blocking my chakras, I hop under two. Yeah. They say I be living a lot. Yeah. But I just been dipping the spot. Yeah. My patience is raising the bar. Yeah. They hate us cause that's who we are. I've been evaded since slaying the greatest. They know I ain't play with this. Lot on my plate, but they see in my face. I ain't stressing, I'm facing it. Seeing my demons be needing a reason to beat it. Believe in this. Pardon my prowess, I'm out for an hour. They seeing I be the kid. I don't waste time with the messing around. Know that my time wasn't mine, is it now? Shaping it up for the business and how? Built it myself, you ain't tearing it down. Sharing it now, I could cherish it now. When they faces just paint them embarrassing now. I ain't paid for my place, I'm making it out. And these sanctions is making me crazy and proud. Yeah. They say I be living a lot. Yeah. But I just been dipping the spot. Yeah. My patience is raising the bar. Yeah. They hate us cause that's who we are. Go ahead and go to the next one. Go ahead. Yeah. That's crowd participation though. We ain't gotta do that. Ooh, I like my flow on this a lot. Let me get all locked in. Hold on. Let's get all like, okay. Gosh darn. My brain is saying I changed the way she played the game. My day-to-day been crazy, kid. I've been posting Holy Ghost and hold the ocean. Know my flow is cold, I guess. Party hard and leave the scars I leave behind the pieces. I just need to quit. I'm complacent, she the greatest. Leave the basement, need to face the pain again. Oh my God, I need you, I'ma get that. Break you off and eat you up a Kit Kat. Need to see, I need to be to fix that. I've been tripping, kicking back to risk that. Inner space, meter space, I'm lost now. Interface, see the hate, I'm locked down. I've been angry, placing you at fault now. Case to case, I change the pace and calm down. But I ain't too calm. When you wait this long, letting me do me. Think I can't do wrong. When my choice is made, I could avoid the days and you employ the phase. And my time is now, you know the clock is down, so enjoy the days. This is not a game. Whoa. Novocaine. Come through quick. Novocaine. Come through quick. Novocaine. On my lap. Novocaine. Don't do that. Honestly, I gotta be the hottest artist. Pick apart the product on it. On, I got it, I forgot I'm honest. I've been donning crosses in the bottom, got it. My girl is crazy, my kinda crazy. She keep me crazy, don't keep me, phase me. Don't need a baby, she need to say that I keep her. Maybe them speakers play me like, oh, that was fun. Drop that next one. Do that. Oh, we're gonna get to the old catalog a little bit. That was all Yellow Room stuff. Get a little bit more turned up. I'm on what, 3? Yeah. Everybody wanna be a rapper. Tell me what happened. Ever since I'm winning, they've been saying I'm snapping. Prove it is my passion. I proved it in the fashion that I make the music. I pursue it, then I cash it. This is dedication. This my delegation. Hopefully my bank account will look like a donation. Brought it out the basement. Never standard placement. I brought it out the mud, and now they saying that they hate this. And wait, this I brought it to the street. I guess I brought it to the promenade. Honestly, I gotta be the hottest since Obama days, and see my product be the rawest. When my mama say I'm bombing on them, awesome, not a problem. What I gotta play, whoa.
Never found the reason.
They saying I believe this, say I'm daydreaming. Need it for the weekend, I'm fiending for the top though. No, you never speaking, cause I've been head honcho. Winning 8 seasons, never found the reason. They saying I believe this, I say I'm daydreaming. Need it for the weekend, I'm fiending for the top though. No, you never speaking, cause I've been head honcho. Yeah. I'm back, I snap on platinum plaques. I'm winning, ain't no hating that. Tell me that I'm nothing, I say something, then you take it back. Haters looking stupid, looking clueless. Now I'm banking that. I rap, I snap my facts, and that I need myself, y'all faces flat. And I've been thinking, if we ain't ever speaking, then you tell me that you need it. Do you really, really need it? Cause I've seen it. You won't catch me bleeding out your throat, and this my season. Heavy breathing, I'm the captain, this the boat. But said I would get it, now I got it, and you hate though. And I've been winning, keep a smile, never change though. I eat the beat, see the fetus in the face though. I never seem to mean and catch me reading now the case closed. I've been different, back it up if you've been tripping though. Homie, I've been living, you can miss me with your spitting though. I hear you rapping, see the acting, looking wicked though. I dissed it, missed it, wished it, now they kiss it when they visit though. Whoa. That's a lot I could say. I got my city on my back and I've been winning debates. Cause I've been dreaming of arenas, diamonds gleaming the face. And now I see my greatest treason is appeasing the way.
I've been winning 8 seasons, never found the reason. They saying I believe this, I say I'm daydreaming. Need it for the weekend, I'm fiending for the top though. I know you never speaking, cause I've been head honcho. I'm winning 8 seasons, never found the reason. They saying I believe this, I say I'm daydreaming. Need it for the weekend, I'm fiending for the top though. I know you never speaking, cause I've been head honcho. Yeah.
That was smooth. Alright, get into this one. We'll go back to talking. This is on my second mixtape called 2000. It's called Consistency. You can find all these on Apple Music and Spotify. Shameless plug. Woodro like the president, no W at the end. Look. Alright.
Perfect.
Plays across the map like 50,000 on my back now. Thought I wouldn't touch it and they swore that I would tap out. I'm lapping around these rappers, it's a fact that Woodro snap now. You act like you a factor, you don't matter if you whack now. Fulfilling promises, I haunted this, I'm harming this. I carved it in my arteries, ain't no one out as hard as this. And I bombarded this, I took the keys and guarded this. The city on my back, can't give them half unless they charted it, whoa. My pen is heavy duty, you ain't nothing to me. I saw this thing like a movie and who's a loser to me? You never rule me, could only just bring your goonies. My girl looking bad and bougie and none of you seeing through me like I really took them off of their game. Once you seeing how they change, you ain't see it the same. Take my pops around the world, he was seeing my brain. I'm too young for any pain, pay to play in your lane. I'm on, doing what they say, so waiting as the day go. Got deuce up in they fago, my youth is here to stay though. Nuisance was a year old, that I will make it here though. They told me I was weird, so I kicked it into gear. I'm consistent,
I'm too consistent, and they say I'm too official, but they blow it like a whistle, let it hit you. Too consistent, I'm too consistent. They say I'm too official, but they blow it like a whistle, let it hit you.
What the problem is, I'm proud of my accomplishments. Astounded when they found that I was sound and I'm on top of it. No way I'm dropping it. Found the cage, I'm locking into solitude. You calling through, ain't nobody just watching you. You ain't stopping me, you waiting, but you rocking me. I copped it, then I dropped it. Change the topic if you watching me. No way I'm slowing down. I froze a foe and laid it down. Waiting, then you stayed around and ain't nobody hating now. 100,000 views, bucket list. They saying that they hate them when they knowing that they stuck with this. And rappers sounding calm and put it on them. They uncover this. Stun it till I done it. Unbecoming when you sucking this. Homie, I grew up with this. I ain't ever changing. Had enough of this. The profits only raising. It's amazing when you ducking this. Faded when you faking. Need some changing when you lucking this.
I stun it till I done it. I'm becoming when you sucking this.
Came for the game, gotta wait for an 8. They say me in the brain never change when I'm great. And they pay and they late and they fake it a race. And I take to the gate, got the face of the hate. But I wait till the day, change the pace so quick. One chick tryna pay so quick. What you say in the face like an 8 on a way. So the pain, no debate, get a pace so quick. Like, I know they proud of me. Sounding like they doubted me. Wonder what they found in me. I hope that they accounted me. I'm back and never leaving. And I hope that they believe in me. Need to be where dreamers be. My team enjoy the scenery. Whoa.
Doing what they say, so waiting as the day go. Got deuce up in they fago. My youth is here to stay though. Knew since was a year old that I will make it here though. They told me I was weird, so I kicked it into gear. Cause I'm consistent, I'm too consistent. And they say I'm too official, but they blow it like a whistle. Let it hit you, too consistent. I'm too consistent. They say I'm too official, but they blow it like a whistle. Let it hit you. Hey.
Cool bitch.
91.3 KXCI Tucson. My name is Sophie Gibson Rush. I am here live in Studio 2A with the Tucson Hip Hop Festival. Not the whole Hip Hop Festival, but some of the Hip Hop Festival. You guys, let's do introductions lightning fast one more time.
Pac Romero, co-director.
Jocelyn Valencia, co-director.
Woodro, rapper.
ColdOne, beats.
Woodro, what was that about Fago just now?
I think lean is really bad, and I think people should stop drinking it.
Word up.
And I think that there's a lot of people that are dying and having serious seizures because of it, and I think people should stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Agree.
And I used the trap beat to talk about how people shouldn't be drinking lean. I think that's cool.
Yeah, I dug it. I liked it a lot.
Thank you.
So the way that you guys make a song is different than the way that this is a generalization, but like maybe 92% of our guests on Locals Only make songs. Just for people who don't know the way that an MC and a producer work together, how do you guys work together to make something like that?
Basically, me and Matt are ColdOne are on like the exact same wavelength, like musically. So I can be like, yo, send me a beat, and he'll have exactly what I'm thinking about. Like 30 minutes later, he'll be like, boom, here you go. And somehow he knows like exactly what beat I'm looking for. And it's like that every single time I hit him up for a beat. Like one of my biggest influences in rapping was the second Mac Miller album, Watching Movies with the Sound Off. And that was one of ColdOne's biggest like producing influences. That was like the reason he started producing. So like the music that we listen to and the music that like is part of our like chemical makeup as rappers or as musicians is very, very similar. So we just like super click, and I'll just be like, yo, send the beat. He emails it, I send it back to him with a verse on it, and then we change it a little bit, and then I record it again. Yeah. And then there you go.
Cool. And do you make beats with Woodro in mind or more for yourself first?
Well, pretty much all my beats start off with like what I'm really liking at the moment, what I'm listening to. It's always kind of hip hop. But usually I don't know. I mean, I just kind of go off of my sound, and he did a good job of saying how we have that same wavelength, and I think that's kind of what it has to do with. But yeah, I just make what I like. Yeah. And thankfully it all kind of works out. Yeah.
We were all so lucky. Soulmates. Cool.
Yeah. We are producer rapper soulmates.
Yeah. You just released a visual track, right? That's what it's called?
Yeah, I did a music video for Cinemax,
Yeah.
Well, I've been sitting on that for a minute. It's been done for a long time.
Oh, yeah?
The homie Brian McAdams did it, super gifted. He's working at DreamWorks now, but it was like the day before he left to go to DreamWorks, and he was like, hey, let's do this video. And I was like, okay. And then we showed up downtown, and we had like no plan. And we were like, hey, that's an arcade. Let's go in there. And we went to the arcade, did some shots, and then walked around downtown.
And then he was like, "See ya, I'm
yeah,
off
he was
to
like, "Later, I'm gone.
DreamWorks."
I'm off to DreamWorks. Go pursue my dreams. Make my dream
crazy.
work. It was crazy.
Yeah. So
But, yeah.
it like really struck me that you were calling it a visual track, and I don't know if that's like
Yeah.
something you came up with or something that's like in the culture.
That I just think visuals is a cooler word than videos.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Totally.
like, it's not that deep.
So the thing that got me thinking about that is that I think maybe more than any other, I'm gonna get in trouble for that. Hip hop is incredibly good at assimilating, like multidisciplinary art.
Absolutely.
So making something that's like a visual track
Yeah.
that is marrying two kind of very separate components and
Absolutely.
something that's not, it's not a music video as you know of it. So think
Yeah.
about it differently.
Think about it
So the Hip Hop Festival is bringing together these like incredibly disparate art forms into one thing, and I'm wondering what like if you guys can think of anything that's like at a far distance and is going to come together at this. It's kind of a yeah.
I don't know, because I don't really think of everything that's being represented at the festival as, you know, anything separate.
Right.
You know, I mean, they are their own element, but they're all a part of one culture. So I always see it as something that's united. I don't.
Yeah, I think that's something that I'm
Yeah, for
learning.
sure.
I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, that's what hip hop is. You know, it's not just a music genre. It's like a whole culture. And so that's what we're trying to represent. That's what we're trying to show at the Tucson Hip Hop Festival. It's like we have that whole culture being represented here in this city.
Yeah. And by virtue of that, you have so much diversity at this festival.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have. I mean, just from rap. I mean, every subgenre
That's what I was gonna say.
of rap out
Yeah.
there.
It
Everything
gets
from
deep.
from trap to gangster rap to boom bap to I don't know, Spanish rap. Like
Yeah.
there's just everything. There's all these different styles and types of music, but even translate into graffiti artists. You know, we have graffiti artists coming from Mexico, from LA. Just different parts and different cultures. Still like focusing also like with neoglyphics. You know, like indigenous art.
Yeah.
And then man, just so much different producers and different sounds and.
Yeah.
It's a lot of it is visual and a lot of it is audio, which is amazing because we want people to experience hip hop in that way.
Right.
If it's your first time going to anything hip hop, or you just even skeptical on what hip hop is, like come Saturday because this is like going to be your best bet of seeing what the culture is about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll find a way in.
You'll find a way in, and you'll relate
yeah.
somehow. Like that's the whole point. You know, you'll relate to the culture and create that moment for yourself.
Yeah, and spinning off of that, you had a big outreach program this last year. You were talking about the internship that Julius did.
Yeah.
Can you talk
Shout
a
out
little bit
Julius.
Julius. Yeah.
about who is that reaching out to? The internship itself.
Oh, so we wanted to create an internship, and Julius really took the lead in making that happen. And it's out in cells, and it's focusing on photography. So we were able to get some cameras funded for the students. It's very small. There's only about 6. One of them is here in Tucson. And they've just been working with Julius for like the past month and a half.
Just learning the aspects of what, like
Working
how
the
to use
camera.
working a camera.
Yeah.
The technicalities behind it, and
would-
then they'll be coming to the actual
Yeah.
festival, taking pictures of the festival,
Yeah.
and we're working on getting their pictures to be shown at a gallery after the festival. And
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Just, I mean, and something so, what we think about kind of being so basic of just like learning how to take pictures. Like that concept of that is just like, not everybody can do that, you know?
Yeah.
It's something that you kind of have to learn and be taught. And that can turn into a profession, you
Yeah.
know? And so hopefully like these 6 kids get inspired of some sort to create art and possibly get paid for their art eventually.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. So much of it is also like prohibitive because of equipment. Like you can't afford a camera or
sure.
a drum pad or,
Yeah.
you know, but there are ways to get that. And the Hip Hop Festival is helping
Right.
people see how to connect those two things.
And we're just really huge on like community and building resources. Like
Yeah.
like providing resources is like really our one of our biggest motivations in creating this.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Community all the way.
Yeah.
That's why we love KXCI.
Yay!
Like, that's part of it, right?
It always comes
I
back
mean,
to KXCI
always.
Community Radio.
It's always. And even thinking
real.
about, even like last year when we did this, right? We had Vinny Mendez and we had Lab Rats in here.
And it was like my second interview
Right.
ever. It was so fun.
And it was their second time ever seeing each other, never doing music ever, right?
Yeah.
So that was all created, you know, it was just all on the fly.
Yeah.
And now a year later, like, they're working on music together.
Yeah.
You know, all
Yeah,
the
it got
time.
like almost romantic.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
Cool. Yeah.
For sure. They left, actually,
really
that
hit it
same
off.
night, they left here and they made like 3 tracks and like we're out till like 6 in the morning.
Oh.
So cool.
So,
Yeah.
that's hip hop.
So when people come to 191 Tool on Saturday, first of all, what time should they come? And second of all, what can they expect if they buy I think it's a $15 ticket?
Yeah.
What do they
So
see?
the event starts at 12 o'clock during the day, from 12 to 12, all day block party. We have an after party, so really from 12 to 2, really. And also the panels on Friday from 1 to 4. So technically we're making it like a 3-day festival, if we can say that. But yeah, 12 to 12 Saturday, 191 Tool, February 24th. We got all elements of hip hop, breakdancing, graffiti rap.
Flying
graffiti
in.
raps. Graffiti rap.
Flying in educators.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Panel
Our
talks.
panels on Saturday as well.
We got Loft. We have a film stage where we're showing documentaries. We have a battle stage where we're doing rap battles, and just tons of vendors, good food.
And Bun B is headlining.
And Bun B is headlining.
So
Yeah.
excited.
So you got to make sure that you're there early. It's definitely gonna hit capacity.
Oh yeah.
So
No doubt.
just make sure that you're there and you're inside that building, because once that building is full, you can't get in. It's 1 in, 1 out. So, but come, because it's an all-day thing. All-day thing.
Yeah.
So
And there is something for everyone.
Prepare to be immersed.
immersed for sure.
One last question, and it's the super white suburban question I've been dying to ask about hip hop. How do you so hip hop has so many elements of like, it's me and I'm up against this, like me and y'all. And that's what I hear when I listen to it, you know? How do you take that sense of like competition and like pushing and striving and stuff like that and bring it together to be a sense of community instead? And please feel free to like deeply correct me if I really well, I don't know if I'm right.
Interesting. Yeah, there's definitely. I mean, oh man, I don't know. I mean, coming from, I guess I don't really consider myself an artist. Like I'm definitely like a guy that chills in the back, but I've been around so many egos and stuff and things like that nature. I think it comes down to respect. You know, I think that's the big factor. I think just even when I'm thinking about Tucson hip hop, in working with so many artists, I'm never thinking about unity necessarily, because I don't feel like it's ever going to be unified. But I definitely feel like as long as we respect each other, and work together, I think that's that common ground. And I think even though Woodro might think he's better than Marley B, which is facts, he thinks so.
I do that. Okay.
Just joking.
Hold on. Pick somebody else.
Okay, J Tilt. He thinks he's better than J Tilt.
Tilt's like literally my favorite rapper.
I'm just joking. But you know, it's just you know, when you live in a smaller town. I mean, Tucson is a big town, but people think it's a small town. You come across the community and you learn to like be cool with each other.
Yeah.
You know, so that's one thing that we're fortunate with. There's not a lot of beefs in town.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm always struck by what a deeply supportive community it is.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, you were gonna say something?
Oh yeah, I had a really. Okay, so so if you to go to like the competitive thing, like if you go back to these like rural areas where hip hop was like first getting started, a lot of that, like all those dudes had chips on their shoulders because it was like they're trying to improve their quality of life and they're rapping about it, and it just became like a confidence thing and a like it is me against everybody else, and that just became an integral like part of rap in general. But in Tucson especially, like it's such a like I've made some friends that are rappers that'll literally like be my friends forever.
Yeah.
Like Marley's like my super homie, and yeah, I hate that you brought that one up. Like the guys at Adobe House were like super cool. But it's like cool with everybody, and everybody has everybody's back. And like Pike said, like there's no beefs at all. I'm kind of just reiterating what Pike said at this point. But yeah, like if you just look at the roots, that's kind of where that competition factor really comes into. If it was started in like white suburbia in the 90s,
right,
the competition, you know what I'm saying, like it would be a different vibe. But it was like lower income areas and stuff like that, and it just made everybody want it more.
Yeah.
So that was good.
Yeah, it's hunger.
Hunger.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah. All right, so we have 9 minutes.
9
you want to do 3, 2?
I can, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here,
I can just do the rest. If you want.
Yeah, just do your mixtape. I'll rip an acapella, and then we'll do New Dangers, and we'll call it a day.
Perfect.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys, thank you so much for coming down.
Thank
I
you
love
so
talking
much.
to all of you.
Yeah, that was
Thank
awesome.
you.
Yeah, we'll see you on Saturday.
Cool.
Turn on. Am I going? I'm ripping an acapella now. Come play, I sustain, no gunplay, I'm unchained. Same way my days change, they may pay, I change game. Flow quid pro quo pro, show those I glow mo, GoPro, no my photo, don't boast, no dro dope though, no low folks, don't post though, my foes hope won't slope though. Flow sick and I'm cracking it, back in business, no pacifist, massive in it, I'm back to get it, no rapper in it, be half of this. Hope I'm nice and I'm poltergeist and I'm overdosing, won't go tonight, and I know I'm potent, no lonely potion, I know the focus, don't play the mic. Crazy when I'm rapping that, none of y'all are after that, as lyricism comes, I'm one of the dopest, no one matching that. I'm going crazy, I forget it when I'm snapping raps. I'm back to taking action and spazzing when I be passing that. But ain't no passing blunts. I never had to stunt. I made decisions for myself and never had to front. So when you gift it and you get it, kick it like a punt. And you'll discover that the hating's really all you want. Drop New Dangers. I felt like that was relevant.